Was I expecting to go to Target twice in this vlog? The answer is no. However, we did. Like, I feel like this book brought me out of a reading fog. I'm into the hot tub one night for a game of truth or dare, and then all bets are off and so are their clothes. I can't wait. Hello besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tori if you're new, and we are starting a weekend of reading, rotting with romance. There are many different romances across the spectrum that I would love to get read this weekend. Today is currently Friday, so it's just a weekend reading vlog. Will go until Sunday, maybe Monday, because I do that sometimes if there's something that I really want to finish and speak with y'all about some final thoughts. This isn't a TBR per se because I don't expect to get to all of these. There are a couple that are like 100% I definitely want to prioritize, and then there's others that are just like options. So the first book that we are currently reading, I'm 5 chapters in, is called The Hunted Heir by Holly Renee. This one is on my Kindle. We read The Veiled Kingdom not too long ago when that one was released. Hunted Heir finally came out. This is the sequel book and it is so fun. It's also very short. It's like 250 pages. So I'm hoping that that is the one we will finish today. The other absolute priority for this weekend is Heartless by Elsie Silver. I have been meaning to read more cowboy romance. I also recently on my Instagram posted, I asked you to comment a pumpkin or a cowboy smiley face emoji for cowboy romance, and it was pretty equally split. However, so many of y'all were like, cowboys can be for the fall too, and you know what, I absolutely agree with that. So Heartless is on the list for this weekend. I do want to prioritize The Wren in the Holly Library, and this is by K.A. Lind. This is the Fairy Loot edition. First of all, it's so freaking beautiful. Fan art, this had me from the second I opened the book. So I'm hoping that we can get to this one. And this is our Who Did This To You book club pick for August. I haven't touched it yet and it is already late August. So hopefully we can at least start this one, if not finish it this weekend as well. I think I have the audiobook for this. So we have that one. And then the other two options, we have Bonded by Thorns by Elizabeth Helen. This is supposed to be a very spicy fantasy romance. This is the Fairy Loot edition. It was the August book. I haven't heard anything about it. Bonded by Thorns could be an option. That being said, I am going to pull a Steph and I'd love to go to Target and just pick up some cutie snacks, maybe some sweet treats, because I love a sweet treat for like a reading rotting weekend. Tonight is also pizza night with my husband, so we're gonna watch Dune 2. We're gonna make some pizza. Okay, quick Target haul, and then we're going to get to reading. I didn't know that these were a thing. These are pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts. I cannot express to you how excited I am to try them. I've never tried these before in my whole life. So we got these. I got 2 candles. First of all, they have this whole collection that is so cute, but they're like fall flavors. So I got Dolce at Dawn, which is vanilla, espresso, and brown sugar. I know that that doesn't sound inherently fall, but all of the other ones were like apple spice. They had one that was like cedar, like a cedar woods, but it smelled very Abercrombie cologne, if you know what I mean. So I was like, that's no. This smells, oh my god, so good. If I could turn this into a perfume, bathe in it daily, I would. It smells so good. My AC just turned on. And then I got Cabin Moon, which is lavender and silver oak moss. This one is a better, like, it doesn't smell like an Abercrombie cologne, but it like sort of does, but like not over the top. And then we got the iconic cookies, which y'all would have seen. And we got a pumpkin creamer. That is the haul. We went for snacks. We got like a range of things. We did get snacks, but we got more other things than snacks. So let's get to reading The Hunted Heir. Good morning, besties. I do have a reading update. I didn't get as much reading done yesterday as I was hoping to, but I am 40% of the way into The Hunted Heir. And I'm a little bit surprised. Let me think about how I want to say this update. Okay, this is the second book to The Veiled Kingdom, so a little bit of a summary for these books. We have our main character named Nira, I believe. She is a secret princess. That's why I'm questioning what her name was in the first book, because she kind of has two different personalities. She has like her undercover personality, which is Nira. She basically gets unintentionally captured by the rebellion, and she's the princess to the throne. The rebellion is trying to overthrow the throne. She's not mad about it though, because she was already like running away from the castle because her dad is called the Cruel King. He has not been the best father, as well as not the best king, because his people want to overthrow him. So she is in hiding from her family. But if the rebellion finds out her true identity, she's really in danger there as well, because they're just going to use her as leverage, and she doesn't want to be sent back to the palace because she has an abusive father, and she doesn't want to be taken advantage of and used by the rebellion because there's also a risk that they're going to hurt her as well. So she gets captured by our love interest. His name is Dacker, and he is the heir to the rebellion. So like his dad runs the rebellion. He is hunky and stealthy and a warrior, and the first book has so many training scenes. Like if you love a training scene in a book, especially to create like angst and tension, you will love The Veiled Kingdom. It's so good. So that's the premise of the first book. The second book, I'm obviously not going to give a summary because I don't want to spoil anything, but we'll just say it's called Hunted Heir. So she is still being hunted from running away from her dad, and who knows if her identity remains a secret. We'll just say that. I feel like The Veiled Kingdom pulled me in from the very beginning. Like there wasn't a moment in time where I wasn't just like obsessed with the book, the romance, the tension, because their love interests meet each other like right away in the first book. So it was so much fun. It was so fast paced, and The Hunted Heir is also fast paced. But I think what I'm struggling with is they're just like going through, I'm 40% of the way through the book, and I feel like nothing new has happened. We've basically just rehashed everything that happened in the ending of the first book. Well, we've really just rehashed everything that happened in the first book as a whole, which I don't feel like we really needed because the first book came out in March and now the second book came out in August. So they weren't released that far apart from each other. And this is only a 250-page book, and you're telling me you're going to use the first half of the book to rehash everything that happened in the first book. It just seems like a lot of wasted time for no reason. We do have reading sprints in a little bit. I need the accountability to read, so we're probably gonna go for a while because lately, like, it's been very productive. I'm just like working on a lot of different things, but I find that unless I'm like, okay, I need to take all of the distractions out of the room, I need to like turn my phone on do not disturb, it's been very hard for me to focus on reading. And so I was hoping that this weekend could be a weekend where I'm like, let me go into my reading den, let me go into my reading and girl rot mode. But yesterday I kind of failed at that because we did our 5-hour stream, which was really fun. And then afterwards, Ross and I did pizza night and we watched Dune 2, which you would have seen some clips from that. My pizza came out so good last night. I'm literally a professional pizza princess. It was like one of the best pizzas that I've made. And then Dune 2 is like a 2.5-hour movie. So we finished it and then I was like, well, now I'm sleepy and I don't really want to read. So today we're really buckling down. Sprints with y'all, but I wanted to do a vlog update because I am 112 pages into The Wren in the Holly Library by K.A. Lind, and I have positive updates and positive news. So I think I'm going to DNF Hunted Air because I just can't force myself to read more of it. So what better excuse to DNF a book? This has been wonderful. So the synopsis for this book, our main character's name is Kierce in this. She is a like master thief of sorts. She's a sneaky, stealing girly. She decides to break into the Holly Library to steal an artifact for money. It's this like gold diamond ring. And she gets caught for the first time and she has to enter into this bargain with this monster of a man, and it's a very dangerous bargain, and she gets like tied up with him. So this world is very interesting because 13 years ago monsters took over and kind of ravaged the human world. It created this war between humans and monsters, and now things still aren't very safe. Like in this world, it's similar almost to, we'll say like a Crescent City of sorts, where it's an urban fantasy. We're in New York City. However, there's all different types of creatures. There's druids, there's witches, there's warlocks, there's trolls, there's fae, all of these different creatures, vampires, werewolves, but they don't live in harmony with each other. Humans very much still have to like hide to be safe from a lot of these creatures. So there's a lot of danger in this, and I really like that because they talk about it like it's a dystopian world, and that's not a typical setting. If I had to give a similarity for this book, it would be the Guild Hunter series by Nalini Singh. And I know that's crazy, but we have a main girly. I mean, the main girly in the Guild Hunter series, I know it starts to follow different couples down the line, but at least in like Angel's Blood, for example, our main girly pop is a bounty hunter type archetype. This is a thief, but she's that same like badass, kind of cold, emotionally removed archetype of a character. And it's that same world where that's in New York City as well. It's an urban fantasy, but that has to mostly deal with angels and vampires, but in the same way that that world isn't necessarily safe for anyone that's like non-magical, non-angel, non-vampire. For the humans of that world, it's quite dangerous. Same thing here. And I am living. Our love interest in this book, his name is Graves. He's a mystery. We still don't know that much about him. He's very evasive in answering questions from Kierce. And there's kind of a heist setup in this, which I'm very intrigued about. I really hope that it's high suspense, it's high stakes. So this is the book that made me realize I needed to put down The Hunted Heir because I was not having a good time. This has been a good time from chapter 1. I'm loving it. Also, the narrator for this audiobook, actually, who narrates this? She's doing a fantastic job. It's just one narrator that's doing Stephanie Nemeth Parker. It's just her that's doing the voices for all of the characters, but the voice that she does for Graves, I'm obsessed with it. It's so hot. She's doing such a good job. I'm putting all of my thoughts and feelings into our Fable book club chapter chats. I'm dying to get back to reading. We have 22 minutes left in the sprint and I want to try to finish this today, which is a hefty goal. I have 4 hours left of this audiobook, but it is 4 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. I feel like that's doable. And it's been a while since I've just been dying to keep reading something, so love it here. This room looks crazy right now because I asked Ross to put these lights on that are behind his desk while I was just playing Fields of Mystria, and I was listening to the audiobook for Rent in the Holly Library. I am now at the halfway point and I'm about to finish her tonight. There are scenes that have me screaming in this. Like, I love Graves. I love him. I'm in love with this man. I'm in love with him. If you remember in ACOTAR, and if you haven't read ACOTAR, I'm going to keep this super general so that you don't get spoiled, but there is a scene in one of the books where Reese gifts this dress that is extremely revealing. It's like not even a dress. She's basically naked and it's under the mountain. There's a scene so similar in this book, and it's a scene that I never knew I needed, but like I screamed and freaked out about it in ACOTAR, and it happened in here, and oh my freaking god. There's also this like witch slash warlock. I don't know if they're all called warlocks. I think they are in this world, in the series. There's this woman warlock who can grant wishes for people, and over time, like, it used to be more evil, like she can grant literally anybody's heart desire basically, but it used to be more evil. Now she's just calmed it down to be like basically sexual desires, and it has to be consensual. But oh my gosh, they go to this party that is thrown by her and her, I don't know, husband, warlock, whoever he is to her. Everyone's like bumping and grinding. They're making their sexual desire wishes come true. And now we're learning about there's like apprenticeships. We're learning about Graves' like mentor. I have no idea where this is going. No idea where this is going. I'm having a fantastic time. We just got to a spicy part that literally had me screaming. And usually when I listen to audiobooks, I listen to them with headphones on. This I was listening to out loud while I was playing Fields of Mystria. So two very different vibes, but it was a spicy scene being read out loud and I didn't even care. It was so good. It was so good. So I'm having the best time. I'm thinking that this is finally going to be a high rating, which is amazing. I mean, I've had a couple 4 stars recently, but I haven't had a 5-star in quite a while, and that's what we're aiming for with Battle-a-thon. So I'm hoping that this will be a 5-star, and I will update with final thoughts tomorrow. Stars. 5 stars. Like, I feel like this book brought me out of a reading fog. Like, it just made it so clear that I have these moments where I'm reading books, we're not going to mention them by name, Haunted Air, where I try to like stick with it and I'm like, maybe it's me, maybe I'm not in a reading mood, maybe I'm not in the fantasy romance reading mood. Like, I have all these signs that I'm just not enjoying the book, but I just like blame myself and I'm like, maybe it's me and I'm not in the reading mood and I'm in a slump. No, this book proved to me that it was the right choice to make a switch. Loved it. I was frantically searching for when book 2 is going to be released and there's no release date for it yet. So you can sign the petition down below to get K.A. Lind to set a date because I literally need it. I need it so badly. I didn't realize until we were like halfway into the book that there's a lot of Celtic lore in this, and I'm finding that I really enjoy Celtic lore. I mean, throughout this entire book, because we're following a main character who is a thief by nature, and then we get thrown into these heists and we get thrown into these like test heists as they're building up for their like main big mission for the powerful artifact that they're trying to steal. Because of that, you get suspense throughout. I found that the pacing was really good. I love how we got to learn about Graves and Kierce. I also love that they like trauma bond. I also love that there's certain characters that you know are like found family, they're stable, they're not going to change, but there's other characters where you're like, I don't know if I can fully trust you. Are you going to betray us? Like, I don't know. I also need to look into, if she's released, how many books are going to be in this series, because I could easily see this being like a 3 or 4 book series. Oh my gosh, so good. 5 stars. Absolutely read it. It's so beautiful and amazing and gorgeous and fun. The spice was spicing. And now let me grab our final book that we're gonna start. So our final book is going to be Heartless, which I know that I've mentioned prior to this, but I'm going to try to read a good portion of this today. It's been so long since I've read just a contemporary romance. I feel like these typically read quite quickly, so happy about that, but I am fully anticipating that this weekend reading vlog will spill into Monday, as my weekend reading vlogs typically do, because I always just want to give y'all like final thoughts for all books. Heard that everybody says this is one of their favorite cowboy romances because we follow Cade Eaton, who is apparently everything and then some. So the premise for this book, she's working as a nanny for the world's grumpiest single dad, and it should be simple, but she can't keep his eyes off of him and he can't keep his eyes off of her. I mean, right on the back it says she gets him into the hot tub one night for a game of truth or dare, and then all bets are off and so are their clothes. I can't wait. Don't mind me, I'm about to be a big dum-dum head. I'm currently editing this vlog, and I say that I got the next book in the series, the next book being Reckless. I realize that it's Powerless. I did order Powerless and Hopeless off Amazon. They're coming in when this vlog goes up tomorrow, and I'm so freaking excited. I can't wait to read them. I'm planning on like binge reading this series, so I just wanted to correct myself because I come back from Target and I say, I got Reckless, the next book in the series. Don't worry, I know better now. Was I expecting to go to Target twice in this vlog? The answer is no. However, we did. I went because we ran out of Diet Cokes last night and Ross is a different person if he doesn't have Diet Cokes waiting for him in the fridge. So we went and we got some more snacks. I always get these O-Snap pickles because they're literally so good. And then I got a bunch of unexpected purchases because Target was targeting today. I couldn't decide. These are so cute. They're also, this one's 15, almost 16 ounces. This one's 15 ounces. These are adorable. Like, I couldn't walk past these and not get them. They were also in the dollar section, so they were $3 each. I'm obsessed with these. So we're gonna be making yummy coffees in those. I got some liquid IV. I got the passion fruit flavor. I was looking for, maybe it was firecracker that she mentioned, but Steph from Stephanie Bookish mentioned it might have been firecracker, or I thought it was like a cherry limeade liquid IV, so I was looking for that one, but I love a passion fruit, so we got passion fruit. I'm gonna try it. And then I wanted to buy the remaining 2 books in the series because I have obviously Heartless and Flawless. So I got Reckless, which is the next one, because we'll do a Heartless update in a second, but like I'm literally obsessed with it. So I got the next book in the series. And then the last thing that we got, I am not usually one who has multiple editions of books. I really want to annotate this series. Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber is one of my favorite series. I'm a Stephanie Garber stan. I will not hear any negative speak about her or her books, any of her characters. I have been wanting to annotate these books. However, my hardcover editions of the series are the Barnes & Noble exclusive signed editions, and mentally in my brain, I cannot annotate those books. Like I just can't annotate those books. So I had to get the paperbacks, and I feel like this is gonna be such a fun experience to annotate. I might do this in September just to like relive the amazement that these books were. I actually think I gave the first book 3 stars, but the last book was a 5-star. So we'll see, we'll see how this goes, but unexpected book haul, snack haul, and Halloween cup haul. Let's do a Heartless update. Okay, so last night I did want to get further into the book, but I read up to page 98, 99. I'm on chapter 10. There are so many moments in this book that I was like, I have to stop and vlog. And then I was like, okay, I can't be vlogging every chapter, like reacting to every single chapter, but oh my god, so many things. Okay. I love Willa. I love Willa so much. I love that she's a spicy redhead. I love that she isn't intimidated by Cade just being a big grumpy pants. I also need to know Cade's backstory with his baby mama and like why she left and like all of these things. And she brought up like country songs about like your woman leaving you for another man and like your dog dying and like all these things. And he was like triggered with a capital T. And she's like, okay, I guess we'll just like move on past that. The hot tub scene, the panty scene, like literally the first chapter, I was like, I'm so unwell. I love it here. I never want to leave. That's how I feel. I really want to annotate this book, but also I don't want to like slow down to annotate. Like I just want to read it and devour it and love every second of it. And I know that annotating will just like slow me down. And so I'm not willing to put in the energy to do it. But I would reread this and annotate it. Like, it's so good. I'm having the best time. So I was, like I said, I was hoping to get at least halfway because I did want to finish it today. I don't think that's gonna happen. I am gonna try to read at least another 100 pages. I think that's pretty doable. If not, like maybe 150. But I woke up late this morning and work has been worky. Oh my god, that was so loud. So we'll see how far I get, and I will do like a final little update-a-rooney, but oh my god, it's so good. It's so freaking good. I can't wait. I think I'm just going to read the next book right after I finish this one. August TBR, who? We don't know her. I'm highlighting this whole page. I don't even care. You can't tell me anything. I have to highlight it. Jasper's book. I don't know if that's like in the series. I know that Reckless is not Jasper. It's about like another bull rider, I think, because I just read the summary when we picked it up at Target. But I need to look up the last book in the series and see who that one's about. But Jasper just sounds like a tortured soul, and I need him. I can't stop reading this book, which I don't think is a surprise, but I am now on page 233, so super close to our goal of reading 150 pages today. I don't even know what to say. Like, this is just so much fun. It's so good. I love Elsie Silver's writing literally so much. I love her fictional men are just perfection. I'm so frustrated with Cade right now. I literally want to bash my head against my desk. Like, I'm so annoyed with him. I wish that he would just let go, but it makes sense, like, why he's not giving himself permission and like why he doesn't let go because of his past. We learned his backstory. I'm still just absolutely obsessed with Willa. Like, she is actually one of my favorite female characters in a contemporary romance that I've read. Like, I really just love her and her banter and her self-assurance, but then she has those moments of insecurity like we all do. Like, she's just, they seem so real. Like, they seem like real characters, and you're just getting a flash of their lives in this book, which is my favorite thing in the whole world. Feeling like they have lives outside of the pages that we get to meet them on and experience them with. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that even though I'm done finishing this book and these pages, like, their lives are going to continue on afterwards. Like, that's the best feeling. I love characters like that. I love all of the little moments. Like, the reason why I'm so absolutely feral for Cade is because he notices like the little things. Like, he notices the things that don't really matter, the things that aren't inherently like attractive or sexual, he finds attractive and sexual for Willa. Like, just how her hair moves, and I mean, all of the sweet, heartwarming moments with Luke and how she just like cares about him and he finds that so attractive. I'm obsessed. Like, I don't know what to say. Also, the caretaking trope in this was one of the best I've ever read. Like, I literally loved it so much. I want to just reread that whole chapter. There's also things that happened in that caretaking. Like, Willa gets sick because Luke got sick and Luke got her sick. I shouldn't have loved it as much as I did, but like, I loved it. And the moments where he's like giving her one of his shirts because like she got sick, and she got sick like a little bit on her shirt, and so he was like, just let me help you. And she's like, please leave me alone, I'm so embarrassed, like, I don't want you to see me like this. And he's like, it literally doesn't matter, like, can I just help you and then I'll leave you alone to like get sick in the bathroom by yourself? And then he puts her hair in a ponytail. Oh my god, it was like the best thing in the whole world. And she's like so attracted to him that she's like, I'm so sick right now, like, this shouldn't turn me on, but like, I love this man. And he asks her to like lean back so he can like put her hair in a ponytail, and he goes, that's my girl. They have not had, well, they've had like, there's a lot of like angst in this book, but like nothing has happened yet. And she just goes, I moan at the feel of him putting her hair in a ponytail. At his words, my girl. Like, him saying my girl in that moment, not sexual. Was it actually sexual though? Yes. Grumpy Cade is hot, sweet Cade is irresistible. Like, this man's love language is acts of service, and he does it so well, and it's so hot. So I don't know if this is my final update. I'm gonna start editing this vlog, and if it's not too late by the time I'm finished editing, I want to read more of this tonight, so I might give like a final update tomorrow, even though I need to end this vlog. But I just like want the conclusion of this, and it's been so much fun. Honestly, reading Ren in the Holly Library and then switching to this, like, these are books that it's like you look up from the book and you're like, oh, I totally forgot that I was sitting in my house because I was literally in the book with these characters. And it was the same thing with Ren in the Holly Library. I would like lose track of where I was because I was in these books. I think we might have 2 5 stars back to back on our hands. That's all for now. finished her. 5 stars. I don't think we were expecting anything else. Like, literally the way I was screaming about this book. Absolutely obsessed. I loved every second of it. I think for me, Elsie Silver found her stride in this one, where in Flawless, I did love it, but there were some things that I was just like, I wasn't like crazy feral about them. I'm crazy feral about Willa and Cade. I loved them. I don't really have anything new to say besides when the spice started happening, it just kept coming after that. It was like wave after wave of spice, and I was like, oh my gosh. So even though you have to wait like quite a while to get to the spice in this one, like more than halfway through the book, oh my gosh, it is so worth the wait. It is so good. Elsie Silver is incredible. That is all. I have to finish editing this vlog because it needs to go up tomorrow, and it's about 10 p.m. now, so I only have like a couple clips, I think like this one and a couple others that I need to edit. But I wanted to say thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. If you've made it this far, leave a little cowboy emoji in the comments. I will catch you down there. I will see you in my next one. Also, if you have any more amazing cowboy romances that you have read, please recommend them to me because I love them.